Hey guys, this is Pastor Fred coming from my house on this rainy day, and I'm here to bring you your Wednesday in the Word. So we try to do a devotion every week, and so today I was praying about this, and I was thinking, as most of you guys know, we do a Bible study through Real Life University every Sunday. We started going through 1 Samuel just a couple of weeks ago, and so that's at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. We're streaming it online, and so I would just say, the plug there. It's a good. You can jump in anytime that you can do that at 8 o'clock. It's a 1 hour study. But anyway, we're going through 1 Samuel. This last week, Greg Turbin was teaching on chapter 3, and I'm probably not familiar with 1 Samuel chapter 3, but that's the part where God is calling out to Samuel. And Greg asked a really, really good question, and he said, "Are we quiet enough to hear God's voice?" And I'm like, man, that's a really good question. Do I ever take time just to be quiet so that I can hear God's voice? And that's what abiding in Christ entails, being quiet before the Lord. And that's one of the things that in real life we think that's really important. Matter of fact, we call it one of our essentials, that we take time to abide. And that word abide means to linger, to hang around and stick around with God. And so, and of course the famous section of scriptures, John 15, talks about abiding in Christ, and that really, it proves that it's essential, because apart from him, he said, we can do nothing. So we need to abide in him. And so, although that talks a lot about the necessity to abide, as I've been reading through the Psalms, Psalm 139 I found is a great example of abiding. And when you're, if you look at that, I just love, so Psalm 139, it starts out, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You're familiar with all my ways. Before word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain." And I just love this. I think that, and this is written by David. And this is just David just pouring his heart out and remembering who God is, and I just love I love this psalm. Like I said, it's a great example of abiding. It he starts out there, then he goes on to acknowledge God's continued presence in his life, and how God was so careful in creating him, and just the wonder of it all, and just acknowledging who God was. And then he confesses his frustration with people towards the end of the psalm, which is, I think, important for us to do, for us to pour our hearts out to God and just let him know. He knows anyway. He just wants us to share it with him. And so, and then how he ends in verse 23 and 24, it says, "Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there's any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting." And so I just want to encourage you this morning. I think, like I said, this is a great example. Are we taking time, sitting down before God, abiding in him, that we're taking time to get into his word, that we're taking time just to be quiet and listen? I hope that you are. I hope this is an encouragement for you. God bless you today, and have a great week. We'll see you next time.